Good evening. My name is Josue Daniel Warkaya and this is my week 3 video submission. Move this a little closer. Um, and these are the questions that I'm going to be answering. It says, explain what the ACR Phantom is used for, how to handle it, and why it might be dangerous. And so the ACR Phantom is a cylindrical shaped cube that's filled with sodium chloride and nickel chloride, and is very toxic and dangerous. So if it falls, make sure to never drop it, because if it falls, it can, you have to clear it. Everybody has to get out, and it needs to be cleaned safely with the EBS. It says, and why it might be dangerous. Oh, so it's used for aligning. You put it inside a coil, or usually it's the head coil, and then you're gonna inside of it there's a nose and a front, and inside of it there's a liquid and some measurements where when it's scanned by the MRI machine, you can align it and make sure the image quality of every scan is good. The other one, it says, then talk about each of the QC procedures in the ART requires you to come down on. So what I understood is maybe make sure there's no cables, like everything is set for the patient and safety for the MRI department. Make sure there's no cables, make sure that the cryogen levels are good. Helium as well in case of a quench. Yeah, I think that's it for now. MR safe and MR conditional and MR unsafe items. If a patient presented to the department with an unknown implant, walk us through the steps you would take to determine MR safety classification. So, an example, they're all common pacemakers and also aneurysm clip. But let's do a pacemaker. Patient walks into the hospital, pacemaker. I need to tell them, do you have the card that they gave you for the implant to see if it's MR safe? Usually we will say MR safe, MR conditional, or not good to go, just MR unsafe. So I will, if he has a card, perfect. If not, then I will have to contact his physician that's taking care of them and make sure I get the make and model of the implant. That will help us determine if it's MR safe or MR unsafe or conditional. And now it says, finally name some of the most dangerous implants we can see in the MRI department. So it will be aneurysm clips. Those are very, very dangerous, because once it's in there, it can't be removed because it can harm the patient even further. So we do the best. That one, and also pacemakers are also very dangerous for the patient. Now another one, the last question says, explain the steps to take when transferring a wheelchair patient, then walk through the steps for doing a lateral transfer from bed to bed. Okay, let's do the wheelchair patient. So I am the patient on the wheelchair, so I will stand next to the patient, and I will have him grab my back and I'll hold his back, and then I'll pivot him into the wheelchair. So this is the bed, actually. I'm sorry, this is the bed. But I will pivot into the wheelchair, and yeah, that's one of the ways. And then it says, then walk through the steps for doing a lateral transfer from bed to bed, car to car. Those are very tough. You need at least 3 people to help you move a patient, because especially if they're bariatric, they're very, one person cannot do it. You need to have a straight back. It needs to be 3 of you guys. We're going to be putting the patient, tilted him, so we can put the bed, what is it called, the bed? It's like that plastic thing. You put the bed on the bed transfer. I forgot. Wow. You put that. You're gonna tilt the patient. You're gonna put it under him. You're gonna tilt him back into position, and then from there, you're gonna be grabbing 2 on the bed. I'm gonna be grabbing the patient and pulling him to the bed, as the other one is pulling the harness the patient was laying on, you just remove them and make sure the patient's good. And yeah, that's it. Those are all the questions, and have a good evening.